Anti-Mage versus Morphling.
Versus
Round Infinite. Yeah, and what do you think about seeing the same heroes every game?
I mean, I feel like we haven't, to be honest. I think people
Well, we've gotten lucky a lot of our games.
Oh boy, collapse. Nice stick charges.
Yep, and he will fall. He does get the tombstone, though.
If there's 4 or 5 heroes that are just the picks, then so be it. There's going to be something. It's hard to balance the game perfectly, as Pichu is dead here.
Yes, he is.
But beyond that, I feel like we've had a nice variety. I could have sworn I saw him with counterspell level 1.
That's really bad if so. Miposhka gets hurricaned by the creep.
Okay, otherwise, how do you justify this build otherwise? Why would he skill counterspell level 2?
Or the Aster as a whole have a very bad win rate, I would say. They're very hot.
Oh, this is a big kill.
Will get ticked over by Miposhka.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest concern of this game for the side of Spirit right now is definitely Laurel.
Oh!
This is also a concern, I suppose, but Laurel is getting absolutely annihilated, and I don't blame him. I think this lane is just not winnable for Timber, or sorry, for Ember.
Oh, now he's got his Chakram. Laurel, oh boy. Yeah. That's way too easy. Yeah, they're really powerful spiders. XXS Company, yeah, Miposhka will be spotted and taken down. And this will likely lead to a tier 1 bot. And so far that is the case in this game number 1. XXS finds Miposhka again. Still only level 5. Has to pop the wand to try to stay alive. Mortimer's Kisses coming out from Collapse. Not going to save the Ench, but they do find a very value kill in XXS, and Siamese Cat will follow suit. I think you do need to prioritize killing this Tombstone as part of what you're drafting because of how powerful it is in the mid to late game.
But I do think it's kind of telling. SUMAIL might go for. I don't think he can connect.
How cocky are you, King? SUMAIL, no. We'll have to tell Laurel. You do have to be careful, young man. But the cookie into the mortar. He actually misses the first couple of globs, and SUMAIL is gonna fall anyway.
That's a cocky king right there.
He is. I mean, that's the beauty of SUMAIL.
The cock king.
Mary. Okay.
Bzz. Yeah, so what I was going to say was, as you pointed out, they have a way of killing the Tombstone, but I feel like it's pretty indicative of how the draft has gone. Okay.
A group of spiders is Monet. Well, the Searing Chains will be reserved just for Siamese Cat, as Decay was stolen, so not super valuable for Team Spirit.
Well, what? Well, that's a fast axe.
Yep, Gobble Up
Collapse
is up, so they can throw in, well, they don't really have the greatest. Laurel could be pretty good. AM once he's actually farmed. Otherwise, that's about it.
Are you throwing into death? Yeah. Into a Lion Timbersaw.
SUMAIL with the Aegis in tow now.
Stolen Chakram.
Impale comes out with the Finger of Death from Baboka. They delete one. Nice Mortimer's Kisses, basically hitting 2 people for a majority of it, but Baboka ends up going down. The Impetus destroying SUMAIL, so the Aegis already used. Not exactly what he wanted out of this. Fight very split up, as Siamese Cat will be taken out by Laurel in the meantime. Miposhka should be fine.
Also
not too bad for Spirit. Also could work to his advantage,
I guess.
It's almost like an astral imprisonment or something. Is Laurel a little bit too far? He's gonna get caught, bursted down. SUMAIL gets credit for that one. XXS pops his BKB. Now they're chasing. Collapses next. Double kill for SUMAIL. They want more. Miposhka's gonna show up. SUMAIL remembers dying to him and was very happy about it. We'll see if he's sad about killing him this time, though. Miposhka will go down. A triple kill for SUMAIL, right on the doorstep of the tier 2 tower.
What's that song, One by One, We're Making It Fun?
Aster in very good position.
Yeah, it looked like Spirit recovered a little bit, but this sequence that we just had was rough to say the least. They lose one, they try to help with another one, they die, Ench tries to help, she dies, and then they lose their tower. So in the end, they lost 3 additional heroes to a tower that was already going to fall. A little bit of a recovery here. We'll find one pick onto an unsuspecting undying. I mean, Baboka is always the one to use the anime voice lines, really. I say anime. Arigato isn't exactly anime. But the voice...
Well, Baboka is being very annoying in more ways than one. Yotaro now getting chased. As mid lane, a little mini fight will break out. Little shredder being used to take out that tombstone post haste. And they're going to get the Undying after the fact.
Freebie there. I feel like Aster's playing
gobble up, big one.
Oh, right on top of the tower. Nice shot.
The trend today, for some reason.
I'd rather see that than having a timeout, right?
Into the impale, and the finger is enough. Laurel, top net worth on his team. Not by much, but still very good kill from Aster. They at least continuing to maintain the lead.
That was a very short face-off. He wasn't interested in sticking around. They got too hard, too fast.
Collapse. He's going to get jumped on. Baboka seems to be everywhere right now. Gets off the cookie, but Whirling Death is there to greet him. So that grows now to an 8K lead. And
Pushka might be in trouble here. He went for a courier kill and got spotted.
Uh-oh.
Pike. Good damage.
That is a lot of damage, but the mech is popped, and now the damage coming from SUMAIL and company will be too much to withstand. So Aster continuing to find pickoffs.
At this level, I would argue you generally shouldn't try it unless you have fog advantage, because you're just giving AM an opportunity to just flat out kill you. And Yotaro will take that all day, every day. He's close to Scotty now. He's definitely making some nice progress.
Yeah, they find a spider in their midst, and that is, wow. They absolutely evaporated him.
What is happening?
I mean, SUMAIL is still ridiculously farmed.
Yep.
What is he opting to go towards? Might have an act. Okay. That looked like a lot of damage, but the blink away for now. Siamese Cat will fall first. Lion looks to be next, so already 2 dead for Aster. And SUMAIL left with very little mana. Yotaro actually joined the fight. Will use Spell Shield, but blinking away. He's being chased by his alter ego.
Smoke again.
Yep, round 2. Will Yotaro see a creep?
Yotaro is queuing up Moonshot.
Oh, he finds SUMAIL instead. Instantly pops the BKB. Now they're going to try to fight this out. Laurel pops his own BKB. Nice initiation from the Snapfire. Mortimer's Kiss is doing a lot of damage as well. The first to fall is Baboka. XXS kind of alone here. And Roche 8 seconds away. And I mean, Spirit can definitely contest this. No easy way to really scout it out, of course. But they have the gobble up as they're going to find SUMAIL first. The Abyssal Blade holding him in place. Mana Void doing massive damage, and he's dead for 85. No way to get back into the game, and Yotaro blinks away for the time being to reset as Monet taking massive damage now from Maposhka's Impetus, but he's going to pop the cheese to stay alive. Now the Impetus targeting towards Siamese Cat, but they really want to get Monet. He's sheeped. He's running out of mana now, and that looks like a kill for Spirit again. They get 3 with nothing. Aster, that's not English. Nothing for Aster to take for themselves. Yep. Favorite part about those videos.
For how long, Shannon?
Huh?
For how long?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't actually know that.
I don't remember either.
I do remember Shield Rune 75 seconds.
Shield Rune lasts forever for some reason.
Yeah.
I think DD is 45 and Haste is 22.
Sure. Oh, Abyssal Blade initiation and the reverse impale tentacle surprise. Oh, the grab ally saves him from his own tentacle surprise. Baboka pops a Ghost Scepter, but he's going to get gone on and he's going to be deleted. 2 dead already for Aster. The only response is the Rubik for the time being. And Yotaro now trying to focus on SUMAIL. Gets the bash in the middle of the Timber Chain. BKB still activated for him. Looks like he will survive the engagement. The Tormentor.
Yeah, upgraded the counterspell.
The counterspell just is better.
It's decent in this game. There's some good magic damage.
But he's broken. Not going to be good in this scenario. XXS wants to go in. They get the stun off on Yotaro, but the reflect again onto the Lion. Big Mana Void comes out, and XXS is dead for 80. Yotaro, that's the Aegis down.
They used all their
Monet
BKBs
has already used the BKB, so I'm not sure if they can reinitiate, as that is a very big gobble up. And you can tell by the death animation that that Tombstone in particular, very sad about that. And this bottom racks will go the way of Team Spirit. Interesting fortification. Don't they just reserve that for the tower? The next tower?
Yeah, I don't like that one. I mean, it's not
Maybe it doesn't matter that much.
It's not that big of a deal, but it's definitely a little thing.
Okay, SUMAIL, he wants to hold this off, gets bashed in the mid-air again. The Abyssal with the Mana Void, he's down for 90. He has to buy back pretty soon as Monet getting really low, and the stolen whirling death actually finishes him off. And that forces the buyback for him now as the Impetus destroying Lion from afar. Laurel, he pops the cheese, will survive as a result. And now the focus is on this Morphling who just bought back.
Game over.
Make it a dieback for Monet.
Oh, Aster.
And now the rest of Aster falling one by one. SUMAIL, the last one alive. But the two buybacks come out. Double tentacle surprise for Team Spirit. How much do they like tentacles? We'll find out soon. Looks like Laurel does not like it very much as he gets timber chained to death. Team Spirit.
I think they're waiting for Collapse to connect potentially and then going to go for it. I would love to see Spirit not wait for the Morph respawn. Just keep playing your advantage.
Oh yeah, Top is actually pushing in. But if you get Megas, this really doesn't matter if you lose a Rax here.
Yeah.
And they're going to continue on that melee. Okay, trying to initiate onto Yotaro. SUMAIL jumps in, wants to get this Ench, but the big telekinesis from Mira saves him. XXS pops the BKB, grab ally available for somebody. There's a connection from the Snapfire, but they lose the Lion. Mana Void onto XXS.
They're not even buying back Laurel.
They don't even bother. GG's call, just way too much damage.
Yeah.
And Team Spirit, they were down in this game, but they held on. And okay, the two games we've seen AM win against Morphling.
Yeah.
Typically, Morphling likes briefly retreating from a fight and then coming back after, but the Fury Swipes debuff lasts for so long that even when you re-enter the fight, you're going to get cut through.
Ward shows him, and he was full at... I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe he was morphing down. Actually, that's true.
XXS getting chased. Yeah, this is going to be a rough lane for him. Tentacle Surprise number 2 is online.
But Boka's actually in trouble as well here.
Looks like he'll be able to walk away.
Yeah.
Yotaro needs to farm SyndereN. Siamese Cat, he's going to get the tombstone down.
He's just dying
the
to
blood
attack.
grenade as well, but yeah, he's just going to be casually right-click down as Mira will be the eventual trade. Takes a while, but Monet finally gets on the board. But I am glad that we're seeing Tidehunter again. This is a hero that just had not seen for a while, and then the last couple of weeks we've been seeing him as pulling a SyndereN as always.
Let's keep it up.
Really love seeing Undying every single game. Mira will get waveformed on by Monet. See,
all right, SUMAIL
they knew I was not wanting that.
Yeah. Whereas SUMAIL in the mid not doing too hot, and the top lane, it's going okay considering it's Ursa against Underlord, but I imagine it's going to get harder and harder. Pichu trying to give some help mid here, but who's he really helping? It's like Laurel will easily clean this one up. Wonder if...
Yeah, he is level 6 as well.
Tombstone's starting to be a problem, so time to get away
with
probably.
that level disadvantage. Searing Chains connects. Miposhka coming from the other side, which means SUMAIL has to revert to the other side, but Tentacle Surprise catches him by, well, surprise. Well, 8-minute rune is spawning. Laurel hoping it's top. There's going to be a clash for it at bottom.
It's
and
top,
it will be
and
top. It's
Laurel.
a shield rune. Laurel wants to fight. He's disarmed for the time being, disarmed even more. Already at half HP, has the Remnant away, although SUMAIL is going towards his Remnant. Man, he is taking some ridiculous damage, dodges the blast off. And did SUMAIL stop chasing?
Yeah, he went for the line instead.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
No, he won't. Not yet anyway. He will.
Resonant Pulse takes him out. And now Mira will be able to outrun the Sticky Bomb.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sure they have their reasons. Collapse.
That's a lot of members of Aster. It's going to be the first Ravager of the game with the Meteor Hammer coming in as well. Siamese Cat trying to finish off Collapse, but they're not even going to be able to do that. Instead, Spirit will get 2 kills on both supports for Aster. Getting relatively close to the Maelstrom. I love watching Undying. It's just never have mana.
Decay on decay action.
Yep, Gush into death. And now the tier 1 tower, both top and mid, might be going down in favor of Spirit.
That was funny.
Yeah, Yotaro does get that. And do they actually want to fight this? He's already used Enrage.
They definitely
Astral Step is there. Sticky Bomb as well. He's done for. Just picked up his Battle Fury, so doesn't really lose much gold. Forces out the Pit of Malice. And it looks like Collapse wants to fight. He's got the cloak, so he's a bit tankier. And You can see the old Popeye Siamese cat. This is going to turn into a good old-fashioned team fight. SUMAIL with a big astral step. Laurel is going to be helped out by Collapse's huge Ravage. And Laurel able to reset, but Monet's on the other side to finish him off. SUMAIL will follow suit, so it's a 1-for-1 from each respective mid. Collapse now getting chased down. Nice impale from Miposhka, but will not save the watermelon, man. It looks like Mira might be next. We have 3 tentacle surprises in this game, with Monet being the other Leon. Close.
Cutting it close. Dodging the chains there.
Monet, he gets the attribute shift off. Fury Swipe starting to stack up. XXS has come. Nice blast out from Baboka. Get the disarm onto 2. They're focusing down the tombstone, but now regret their decisions as the bear is on the run. Sticky Bomb slows him to a crawl. That'll be the end of him. And Miposhka able to walk that off, though, as Laurel has come now. He's going to find 2 members of Aster. He's going to take a waveform to the face, but able to remnant out of the pit. Perfectly normal.
Nice little influx of gold here for the Dire. They will lose their tower. And Aster have leveled the game now.
The Hex initiation, telekinesis into the impale, searing chains. Do they have the finish? Yes. Just enough damage, almost not
Very
enough.
Close.
So not opting for a blink. I mean, they do have blink on Yotaro, as he's going to get caught a bit here and take some damage. Oh, Monet, does he actually want to fight this? Anchor Smash going to reduce his damage pretty massively.
But he can't kill him at all. This is really good from Collapse. He's just buying time for his team. And if they do commit for this push, Aster needs to be careful. Meteor Hammer. Oh, they see him.
Yep, they want to go further. But nice impale from Miposhka on the sideline. But Collapse is so slow. He does have the Ravage, but will he have the follow-up if he has to use it? Pops the pipe. Actually, that's XXS popping the pipe. Collapse just taking too much damage.
Kind of decent solution against it if that comes before the tomb, because it's likely going to clip the Undying as well when you're going for your primary kill. Mira will not survive this. Blasted to smithereens. And this is a mid tower for Aster, making some nice progress around the map. Might cost them XXS here. No, they cannot commit.
Gonna dispel Yotaro's overpower. Yeah, he's stuck inside this pit of malice now. Has to kind of just fight his way through.
BKB TP.
At the BKB TP.
SUMAIL seeing if he can find anything here. Not so far. They're hoping someone will walk in and spring the trap, but Spirit are wisely playing around each other in mid, and they will make their own smoke move. It will break instantly, though.
Yep, instant Hex, though, onto SUMAIL. He gets impaled. Well, he looks to be perfectly fine now that that pipe is popped. Collapse is the one that's completely surrounded. Pit of Malice on him. He's going to use the Ravage. Yotaro jumps in, focusing on the morph. Monet able to waveform away. Laurel and company looking to back and potentially reset. Knowing that that Ravage is down, though, although you can see Morph very low on HP. Searing Chains catches SUMAIL. You can see Yotaro jumps back in with the BKB. He didn't even use that in that fight, apparently. He must have been on cooldown still. They're able to clean him up.
Spirit seem a little bit unsure what they want to do here.
Yeah. Meteor Hammer. Interesting usage there, Collapse.
Anticipating the waveform, but it didn't come out.
Gonna have to get a replay of that pretty soon as the Gush is there onto XXS.
What is happening? He's just in
very weird fight.
But
in the end,
really
Spirit gets 2 kills.
Yeah, both teams a bit unsure what they wanted to do there. So first Spirit were dancing around a little bit, some going in, some not, and then it was Aster's turn to send in their Underlord alone and just have him killed off.
And they're not done yet.
Nope.
Undying's dead. His tombstone will follow. Oh, Blastoff comes in, but it's on the enraged Yotaro. So he kind of shrugs it off, and now they're turning their sights onto Laurel. Oh, is it going to get the Morph Link? They do! Triple kill for Mira. Aster fight despite being way down in numbers.
9K lead for Team Spirit. If Aster fail this fight, I think this lead is going to become insurmountable. SUMAIL!
Oh boy, he gets insta-gibbed. My goodness.
He cannot be alone in front there with no coverage. They don't have vision.
Yeah, Baboka, he's found as well. Collapse, he's just waddling in. Still has the Ravage available. He's taking tons of damage from this Firestorm. We'll pop the pipe, though. This Pit of Malice is really nice,
opportunity here.
And they're still not buying back on SUMAIL, as Roche is now up.
Aster, if they overextend now, they don't have Tombstone out here and they don't have their mid. Like, this play does not exist.
Firestorm stolen again. As the Scotty, I believe, is being delivered right now to Yatoro. Oh, he has it already.
XXS is in trouble
Time
now.
to show it off. XXS deleted. Monet pops the BKB. There's the Ravage. Only going to clip one, and it's just the Undying buyback now from XXS as the Tombstone goes down pretty much right off the bat. Baboka with the initiation, only clipping Miposhka, though. And XXS, if they can get this, this will be a dieback. Now they're focusing him with the bear. Fury swipes continue. He's dead. Dieback for the Underlord. SUMAIL trying to go through the Fiend's Gate with all his might, but he does not get there in time. Does have buyback, but there's no way, as Baboka just barely gets out. There's no way they're going to buy back for this, knowing that Underlord cannot participate. We'll block the Yules, which has been kind of annoying for him. And obviously, does Morph have Ags? Ags actually isn't very good against Ursa, right? Because of the overpower.
I would say it's definitely one of the worst carry matchups because Ursa doesn't need his attack speed nearly as much as other Agicores. Which is another part of why this matchup is good for Ursa.
Oh, Yatoro jumps in.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, he gets Yules. Doesn't have that Linken's yet. Pops the Enrage. Nice double searing chains there. And it looks like Spirit are going to easily get this tower, although the fortifications pop to delay.
They're not going to kill the siege creep with it, though. I think maybe they will, barely. Okay, they will. Last volley.
And I think they still get the tower.
Yeah.
And Yatoro wants to jump back in. Baboka just barely lives, but the Sleight of Fist is too much, and Mira with the Fade Bolt. But they do get the Aegis in turn. That's, again, very early usage. So Spirit will get the tower. Enrage was popped.
Oh, there's a possible Ravage.
He's thinking about it.
Obviously, no
faking
dagger
it out.
makes it a lot harder.
Grab ally available. In anticipation of this, he's going to use it. Grab ally on the Undying himself, but he will not live through the Slight. Laurel just a constant nuisance to this Aster squad. And it looks like Spirit will get a set of racks.
And I don't see what's stopping them from going mid. They have everything. They have
Well,
the only
not
thing-
Aegis.
No, but they have everything else. They have Ravage. They have Cheese on Yatoro. There's no Tombstone. There's no Undying.
Yeah, they're fake backing, going back in, collapse with the Ravage into the Meteor Hammer. Actually, not that much damage done. Follow-up was a little underwhelming, but you can see SUMAIL taking the brunt of the damage now as Miposhka blows him up. And now XXS in the cover of his base, but gonna need a lot more cover than that. Monet, he pops the BKB kind of early. And that's a big item down, and I think you're right. Team Spirit can just continue on. They have very low cooldown stuff. Other than that, Ravage
Doesn't have it on himself just yet.
It's slower than average, though.
It's because the average is based on one match.
There's probably collapse. If I had to guess.
Maybe.
Oh, Yatoro really wants to kill the Tombstone, but it's not going to happen. Turns his sight to Monet instead. Linken's his pops the BKB thereafter. SUMAIL, he's really low. The telekinesis into the finger, and he just dies. Oh my. That is not what you want to see if you're an Aster fan. And now Spirit are looking to finish this game. SUMAIL with no buyback available. They have so much damage from afar. Like, they don't even need to invest very much to get these kills. And Spirit, overall, they get 3 kills. And GG's called.
It's over. Aster bow down. Back out of the game. Throw in the towel. And that's the end of them in this tournament. They obviously still have 2 series to go, but with a 0-5 scoreline, a top 4, mathematically impossible